I call the honourable member for Lindsay.
My question is to the Minister for Immigration and Border Protection. Will the minister update the House on how many days it has been since a successful people smuggling venture has arrived in this country? What impediments exist to the continual successful implementation of the government's strong border protection policies?
I call the honourable Minister for Immigration and Border Protection.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I thank the member for Lindsay for her question and her keen interest in these issues, as I know it's always been a very keen interest to the electors of Lindsay. It has been, Madam Speaker, 69 days, Madam Speaker, since there has been a successful people smuggling venture to make it to Australia. But despite the success to date of this operation, it still faces obstacles. And those obstacles, Madam Speaker, sit on that side of the chamber, and they sit amongst the Greens, and they sit in the other place as they band together, Madam Speaker. Those obstacles are there. So miffed, Madam Speaker, so miffed are those opposite about the success of the government's border protection policies and how that has exposed their weakness and their incompetence and their failure in government as boat after boat arrived, as person after person arrived, and boat after boat sunk, Madam Speaker. So miffed are they, Madam Speaker, that what they seek to do is adopt the policy of MIF, which is try and make it fail. That's what they're trying to do, Madam Speaker. What they're trying to do is make the government's policies fail. Make it fail. The Leader of the Opposition, Madam Speaker, has become the Chief Executive of Wreck the Joint. And not just wreck the joint when it comes to the government's border protection policies, but wreck the joint when it comes to the budget. And as a former UN official, he knows exactly how to do it, Madam Speaker. He knows exactly how to wreck the joint, Madam Speaker. He is the Chief Executive of Wreck the Joint when it comes to policy in this country. Make it fail, Madam Speaker, is the objective of that opposition when it comes to this government policies. But unsatisfied with seeking to frustrate us, Madam Speaker, frustrate our policies, to deny the obvious that our maritime operations are having success and seeking to undermine them, now they've embarked on a new strategy, Madam Speaker, and that is to attack the people who are implementing our policies. Now, he may be a resident of Conrovia on some other distant planet, as the Minister for Communication advises us from time to time, but it is up to this Leader of the Opposition to call into line the most disgraceful act from Senator Conroy against Lieutenant General Campbell in the Senate last night. He accused him of a political cover-up. And this Leader of the Opposition's failure to force an apology from that senator to Lieutenant General Campbell is an absolute disgrace, Madam Speaker. It is an absolute disgrace. But I will say, Madam Speaker, there is one member opposite who knew what the right thing to do was last night, and that's the member for Chifley. And this is what he said last night. He says, "I'm not going to dance around it. What he said was wrong," referring to Senator Conroy. "It shouldn't have been said, not to a serving officer in that way." Well, maybe the member for Chifley should be able to step up, because this Leader of the Opposition can't step up when it comes to these matters of border protection.
I call the honourable Leader of the Opposition.